Hey everyone, and welcome back to another J the One-Eye Gamer. We're still doing more Fire Emblem Warrior gameplay, and obviously since I just talked about her in the last video, I thought, why not? And this is a good chance to show off the lovely lady herself, Lyn, aka Lindis, because that's her true name given to her by her mother in the game. For all of you who probably know, because this was probably most likely your first Fire Emblem game as well as mine, Lyn was literally the first lord I think we were ever introduced to here in the West, which is why I think she has such a strong popularity here in the West. I do like Lyn, I really do. She is literally, like I said in the last video, I put her at like my second favorite lord in Blazing Swords, Fire Emblem, and I still stand by that. I do like her a lot, but like I said, Hector is my favorite, and I really wish he was in the game, but like I said, I'm happy Lyn's in here too. I'm really happy that this game at least gave us some representatives other than Fates, Awakening, and Shadow Dragon. Which, I was surprised Shadow Dragon was one that they talked about. I honestly thought it was going to be like Roy or something, because I thought it would have been the most popular Fire Emblem series, which I'm pretty sure Awakening's the most popular. I think Fates is the second most popular, and I'm pretty sure Roy's is at least next after that. I know Ike himself is a popular character. I don't know if Radiant Dawn and Path of Radiance are that popular, though. Hey, Obero. Here we go. Go. But like I said in the last video, her speed is ridiculous. This is her on Astral, like I said, which is essentially like Velocity. And she's really fast to control. And when you don't have her on Velocity, her moveset is still the fastest. Like, this is pretty much the fastest you can get with Lyn right now, is what I have her equipped with. And like I said before, she is literally just a crowd control monster. Because as you can see, most of her specials, except for a couple, literally covers the entire screen and sucks in a lot of characters to use. Oh, I leveled up.
I'm ready for more.
Yeah, I wish I had that kind of stat growth in most Fire Emblem games. I'm very lucky if I get... See, I have bad luck with Fire Emblem games too. I love them to death, but I also have really bad luck with them. Because sometimes I'll get, like, the dreaded no stat growth. Which, to be fair, the first time that ever hit me, where I was like, okay, there's no way you can never get a stat growth. Like, you have to get something whenever you level up. It's like, it's unheard of not to get something. Because in every Fire Emblem game up to before Radiant Dawn is where it happened. No, I'm sorry, it was Path of Radiance. Ike's first game on the GameCube. It was literally... Mist was the character who did it for me. And what happened was, on one level, I got her stat growth, obviously. She leveled up. I didn't get her stat growth, my bad. I'm sorry about this, but she didn't get any stat growth when I leveled her. Like, nothing. I looked at the level up screen and I was like, okay, at least give me one of the key stats I need for her. Like, you know, magic or a little attack or some resistance. And nothing. Absolutely nothing. I got no stat growth whatsoever. And I was like, are you serious right now? Like, that was the first time in my life ever playing Fire Emblem like that and getting no stat growth whatsoever. It was interesting, to say the least, to not get any stat growth whatsoever. And I was like, no, this can't be right. This can't happen. No, you level up. I put the time in. I did the energy. I should get something for this, not just a level up with nothing behind it. And I was like, okay, maybe that was a fluke. And then on the same map, I got her leveled again. And again, she did not get any stat growth. Nothing. So twice in a row, I got 0 stat growth for this character. Who's a healer, by the way. One of the easiest / hardest to level. Because it all depends on the map and how far you go. But I was literally devastated when I got 2 levels of nothing. Like, no stat progression, anything. And I'm just like, this is nuts. I was like, this can't be happening. There's no way this happens. And the sad part was, I don't think I got any good stat growth that board, so I decided to restart the whole mission, because I was like, none of my characters that leveled up got decent stat growth. So I did it again, and she did get stat growth this time, some stat growth. She got mostly like 1 stat increase, and I was like, you know what, I'll take it, because you weren't essentially nothing. But that was the very first time I'd ever seen that happen in a Fire Emblem game. Like, none of the GBAs ever did that to me. Every time in the GBA, you always got, like, some stat growth. There was never not any stat growth. You know what I'm saying? And then when you see, like, every game you play up to that point, you got some level of stat growth. Fire Emblem, the first one we got, you got stat growth. Even if it was just 1 stat, you got it. The next game that came after that, Sacred Stones, you got stat upgrade with that. It didn't matter what you did, you got stat upgrades. And then you get to the very first, the first over here in the home console market. And what happens? You can get literally no stat growth whatsoever. And I guess that must have set a trend, because after that, there were other games where I got 0 stat growth. Like, I got 0 stat growth in Awakening once for one of my characters, and it's not because the skill was maxed. Like, that was the thing that really sucked about the whole Mist situation, was none of her stats were maxed. So literally, it was nothing was maxed to take away from that, so I never understood. But the one thing I loved about Lynn's game and all that is, like I said, I always got stat growth, no matter what. It didn't matter if it was 1 point of growth or, you know, nothing, but I got it. And that's been my history with Fire Emblem. Sorry about that if it wasn't an interesting story, but I love Fire Emblem so much. I love the series. And even though sometimes it really screws me, like getting crit on a 2% by an enemy archer that I really didn't need, and it was a level that I got really good stat growth on. Thanks, Fire Emblem Fates Birthright. I really appreciate you doing that to me. Just a little salty. Just a little salty.
Next time, I'll be even stronger.
Yeah, you will. That's another thing I want. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll save that for another video. I don't want this to ramble. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. If you like the video, please leave a thumbs up. It lets me know that you like what you're doing. Like what I'm doing. Sorry about that. If you want to leave me a comment, feel free. Let me know if you want me to continue doing these with commentary or no commentary. Or just say hi. You know, I really appreciate that. I definitely try to get back to you guys as fast as I can. If you don't want to hit me up in the comment section, you can definitely hit me up in the Twitter that I will have down in the description below, so you can hit me up there. I will definitely try to get back to you with that as well. And yeah, this is fun. I'm having a real fun time, and hopefully you guys are enjoying the videos too. So, as always, guys, I want you all to have a great day, and remember, let's rock!